Hi guys, it's Mike here, Remote Monday, and we have another media theory for you to think about. This week's theory is Stuart Hall's reception theory. There is another theory by Stuart Hall in the book, so don't get them confused. This one is the reception theory, and it is an audience theory, so it talks about how audience respond and understand media products, and you can apply it to anything in theory: moving image, newspapers, video games. The exam asks you to place it within certain essay questions, so we'll reveal that later, and it's a very simple audience theory to understand. Okay, so it's about the idea of communication. We've talked to you about this. Whatever the products you look at, it's the idea they speak to the audience. They call this a mode of address. Okay, and they're talking to the audience. They engage the audience in genre, narrative, ideology. Okay, and they're obviously sending a message to the audience. Now, the theory says that this is based on a communication process. The producers, one end, produce the product and encode it or put into the media product their meaning, their ideology, obviously their understanding of genre and narrative, and they're producing something for a target audience, so they definitely want people to engage with it. So the other part of the theory is the audiences at the other end, so in front of the TV, in front of the screen, decode the text. So you're breaking it down, you're engaging with it, you're trying to understand it, make some sense of it, and you align yourself with it. Like, even in a very simple way, like, do you like it or do you dislike it? Okay, but obviously it can be deeper in terms of message, ideology, all the key concepts that we've taught. So it's literally the communication process between producer, text, and audience. So look, nice little diagram showing you that the producers lock the product with meaning, ideology, narrative, genre. The audience watch it, use it, engage with it, and decode it. So decoding is the opening up of the product, and you're trying to understand it. Now, the reception theory says there's three responses to media products. Okay, we have a preferred response, a negotiated response, and an oppositional response. It suggests the audience is really active, that the audience don't have the same responses. You know, like, we all have different experiences and different value judgments, and we respond to things differently. So the media is exactly the same. This theory suggests three options. Maybe there's more, or there's different variants on these three options of response, but we're just going to keep it simple and go through the three. So the first response is the preferred response. This is the one that the producer wants you to have. The audience accept the producer's view. They probably like it. They understand it, they appreciate it, and they probably have similar views and opinions to what's going on in the product. So it's obviously the stuff you're fans of, that you enjoy. They consume the text as a producer intends them to, and they have a preferred reading. The reading is your response to it. So I understand it, just like reading a textbook, but we're reading media products. So the preferred response is what the producers want you to have. The second response is negotiated. So negotiated really means just a debate. We're going to have a discussion about it. We're not going to simply accept that this is a useful, good product. We're going to debate it. Now, you might do this with families, friends, other media products. You compare, you negotiate, and you debate things. So the audience understand the product. They probably appreciate it to a certain extent, but they pose questions. So there's some discussion. The audiences accept certain ideas within the text, they reject certain ideas. So they're not fully having the preferred response. They don't totally appreciate it. Maybe there's something within the product you don't like, but other aspects you do like. Some ideology, messages you agree with, other elements you're not so sure about, you don't agree with. So you negotiate. It's not as far to the left of the spectrum, which is you totally love the product, you accept it, you've got the preferred response. So this one is about debate, discussion. The third response is the far end of the spectrum, so it's the opposite of preferred. So you oppose it, you don't like it. Okay. Now, obviously, on different levels, that response might be you think it's not a great genre product, you don't think the narrative is a good story or one that engages you on a personal level. It doesn't have an ideology that you agree with. It has different opinions, different ideas in it, beliefs that you don't agree with. They oppose it because the audience have a different view and different references to challenge the text. So there is a bit of a twofold thing here. You have to say maybe why people don't like it, but then also, you've got to think, why does the audience respond like that? So the audience respond differently, probably based on individual personal experience. So the theory as a whole is saying that the audience is active. It's an active audience theory that has variations and very lively kind of different responses. This seems quite realistic. Yeah, not everyone likes everything and people are going to respond differently. So look, I'll give you an example. So this example was a campaign for a diet product, so a weight loss treatment, tablets, whatever it is. And the advert was a famous campaign that had mixed responses to it. So you've got the model there in a bikini. Obviously it's suggesting you can lose weight if you have this product, if you buy it and you take it, and it's going to turn you into this image. The text is very important. Are you beach body ready? So it's saying to go on the beach, you need to look like this probably. Yeah. It's suggestive of an ideology and of a representation, and it actually promotes this kind of body image. All right. Now, obviously, the producers want you to think, yeah, I'm going to buy into this product. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to use it. This is going to improve my lifestyle. So a preferred response is, this is the kind of body and lifestyle I want. This product seems good. If she's taken it, maybe I can take it as well, and I'll look the same. So basically, they respond as the producers want them to. Maybe it's a positive campaign, it's an exciting campaign, and in the end they think, I will definitely buy this product, and this is what I want to look like, and I'm going to get ready for the beach for the summer. So obviously it's a certain time of year it's being promoted. Now, what was interesting about this campaign, there was lots of different responses to it. So look what happened. If you look online, there's loads of images of this. So it was heavily defaced and graffitied, and you had lots of negative responses to this. So if you can see, they've crossed out certain words. So instead of saying, are you beach body ready, you need to look like this girl, it says your body is beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Any body size is beautiful. That's what it's suggesting. So people reacted really badly, negatively in relation to this image and this suggestion and this message. Okay, so you may have different responses. So the preferred one is you buy the product, you want to look this way. Obviously, looking at this, these posters were defaced. There was a big debate, and I think in the end, the campaign after a while was taken down. So it was like, oh, this advertising doesn't work. It's really upset the audience. So different levels of response. The negotiated response, remember, you negotiate, you debate, you discuss. You might think, it looks like the product works, but I don't feel I need it. So you kind of agree with some of the ideas in the text, but you don't fully buy into it and purchase the product. You might also think, yeah, I need to diet, but maybe there's another product that I think is better than this. So you kind of believe in the message, but you don't choose their brand. There is some negotiation that's going on there. The third response, obviously, is the one with the graffiti, which is they respond badly. There is no need to diet. What the hell is this image about? It's actually offensive, so much so that people are painting and drawing all over these things publicly and making an oppositional statement against the media product, the poster. Now, obviously, these responses can apply to everything, not just posters, to television programs, news, video games, whatever it is. and just think that the audience is active, they're different, they're responding to it. So what's the audience profile like of people that will have a preferred response, an oppositional response? You've got to kind of gauge a little bit what the audience are like, as well as saying what their response may be. Okay, so quite an easy one. The audience thinks differently. That's kind of the simple understanding of this theory. What you need to do is have a look at this poster here. So it's for the This Girl Can campaign. It's obviously a campaign that was funded to promote sports to girls and women of all ages to get involved, get healthy, get sporty. So what I want you to do is have a look at this image. Obviously you're looking at how it's constructed, the media language. So you've got a photograph, you've got a logo, a brand there. You've also got some text with a statement. And it's a performance photograph, so it's an action photo. And I want you to write 3 paragraphs that we'll use this as a starter in class. So the 3 paragraphs are: 1, what is the preferred response that the producers want? 2, what is the negotiated response, so the debate that may exist, that accepts part of it, rejects part of it, and then 3, is there an oppositional reading that could happen in relation to this campaign and this particular poster? Okay, so give it a go, see what you can come up with. 3 short paragraphs analysing this image, and we'll discuss it as a starter in our next lesson. Okay, thank you. Have some fun.